Today is March 27, 2021. The special occasion is that today Jenny's Wonders YouTube channel is celebrating its first birthday. On 27 March 2020, the first video in Jenny's Wonders was uploaded. So today we are celebrating its first birthday. Related to that, I am also sharing a recipe of the trending Neapolitan cake, which you will be seeing in the later part of the video. So before we go into the recipe, let's just check a very short video of how Jenny's Wonders was from the starting till today. So hope you all enjoyed that video, and one more thing, thank you all for the support that you have shown towards our channel in many things like subscribing our channel and making it complete in 100 subscribers before its first birthday. So hoping that this support will continue in the future also. Now let's move on to the Neapolitan cake recipe. So first we need to grease the baking tray which we are going to use. So here I have taken a 7-inch square tray. So I have applied very less oil since this is a non-stick tray. Now we can place the butter paper. Now we can keep this aside. Let's sieve the dry ingredients. For that you need to place a sieve and add 1 cup of maida or all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now you can mix this all together. And then you can sieve it. Okay, now we are done sieving. So here our mixture of dry ingredients is ready. You can keep this aside. Next we can powder some sugar. For that I have taken 3/4 cup of sugar. Now add it into the mixie jar, and now you can powder this well. So now it's been powdered well, you can keep this aside. Now let's prepare the mixture of the wet ingredients. Next I have taken 3 eggs and separated their egg yolk and egg white. So let's keep the egg yolk aside, let's use it later. Now to this egg white I have added a pinch of salt. Now we can beat this well. You can use a whisk like this, or you can use your electric beater. Now you can beat this. For the detailed description of how the eggs will be after a few seconds or after a few minutes and when it will start become foamy, for all that you can check the Vancho cake. So now it's become about 5 minutes and I am done beating this. You can see stiff peaks have formed. Now we can add the powdered sugar to this. You can add the sugar in 2 to 3 batches, and then you can gently mix this. So this is how it would be. It would not be as stiff as before. After mixing the sugar well, you can add the separated egg yolk, and then you can mix this well. Now after mixing the egg yolk, you can add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Along with the essence, you can add 3/4 cup of oil, and make sure you use sunflower oil for the best results. So once you are done mixing the oil and the essence, we can add the prepared maida mix. Now you can mix it very gently. You can use a whisk or a spatula, or you can use a spoon or a fork or a ladle, anything that you have. And one more thing, you need to mix this very gently and slowly, and make sure you do not mix it for a long time, otherwise it will become over mixed. So now once you are done mixing the batter along with the dry ingredients, you can divide this batter into 3 equal parts. So now I am done dividing the batter into 3 equal parts. Now you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons to one part of the batter. Any one part. Along with the milk, you can add quarter teaspoon of vinegar. Now once you are done mixing this batter, you can add this into the greased baking tray. So once you're done pouring the batter into this tray, you can just tap it a few times to remove the air bubbles. You can also use a skewer to remove the air bubbles. And now you can keep it into the preheated oven to bake. Now you can bake this in 170 degree for about 12 to 15 minutes. It can vary. So to the next part, that is second part, I have added 1.5 tablespoon. To this you can add any syrup like this, or if you have strawberry milk mix, you can add that as well. Make sure it should be strawberry flavor. About 1 spoon of strawberry syrup or 3 drops of milk mix, strawberry milk mix, can be added to this batter. Now to this you can add 1 or 2 drops of food color. I am adding red food color. You can add pink food coloring as well, and this is optional. Now once you are done mixing this, you can keep this aside. Once the cake which you have already kept to bake is ready, you can add quarter teaspoon of vinegar to this mixture of the batter, and then you can pour it into the tray and keep it to bake. So now I have taken the last part of the batter which we have separated. To this I am adding a chocolate mixture in which I have added 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder and about 5 to 7 tablespoons of milk. You can adjust the quantity of milk according to the requirement. Now we can add this into this batter. To this mixture, since this batter is sitting out for a long time, I have also added half teaspoon of vinegar. Now you can mix this well and keep this to bake in a preheated oven. So now let's make the frosting for the cake. For that, this time we are using whipping cream powder frosting, not whipping cream frosting. For that, I am taking 1 cup of whipping cream powder and adding it into a bowl. To this, you need to add 1 cup of warm milk. Now using a whisk or a fork, you can mix this well. And make sure you do not have any lumps in this mixture. After making it lump free, you can keep it into the freezer for 30 minutes. And for the recipe on how to make frosting out of whipping cream, you can check the Vancho cake recipe whose link is in the description box. In the Vancho cake, I have also showed how you can make frosting using a hand whisk. So now I have attached the blades of the beater. The blades also have been kept in the freezer for about 1.5 hours. Now I have taken this out of the freezer. Now we can beat this. First we can put it on the low speed. So let's start beating it. First I put it on the speed 1. This is after 1 minute. You can see that it has started becoming a bit stiff. Now this is after 2 minutes, when you can notice the cream has started becoming more stiff. And now when it's about 3 to 4 minutes, when the cream is almost become stiff and right in consistency, I've changed the speed into 2. Now it has become almost 5 minutes and we are done with the cream. It has become stiff. As you can see, it's not falling down when we keep it up. Now stiff peaks have formed. With this we can stop, or else the cream will become overbeaten. So once you are done beating the cream, you can keep this into the fridge until further use. Now I have separated the cream also into 3 parts. The white portion that was in the main bowl is a bit larger than these 2 portions. In this we are going to add cocoa powder and some strawberry syrup or milk mix for chocolate, strawberry and vanilla flavor. So first we can take any one part, and to this we can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Now we can mix this. If required, and if you notice that the cream is too stiff, you can add 1 to 2 teaspoons of milk as required. So this is a color that I've got. This much color is enough for the frosting. Now let's prepare the strawberry frosting. Next, for the strawberry frosting, I've taken the next part of cream, and to this I am adding the syrup. You can also add milk mix if you have. You can add about 2 to 3 teaspoons of strawberry syrup, or if it's milk mix, you can add as required. Since this is a very light shade of pink, I am adding a few drops of food color as we did in the cake batter. You can skip this step, it's optional. So this is the color that I've got. If you want less color, you can reduce it, and if you want more, you can increase it. That's your wish. Now you can keep this in the fridge until further use. Okay, so these are the 3 layers. Now let's do the first level of soaking using the sugar syrup. To know how to make the sugar syrup, please check the Vancho cake recipe for the procedure, and the measurement is half cup of sugar in 1 cup of water. Now let's do the first level of soaking. So these are our 3 flavored creams. I have transferred them each into different piping bags. Now I have kept a cake board onto the turntable. Now just for the cake to be firm onto the cake board, you can just apply some cream on the bottom of the cake board. Now on top of this we can keep the first layer of the cake, that is the chocolate layer. Now onto this layer we can pour the second layer of sugar syrup. And make sure you pour sugar syrup nicely in this part, because this is the main soaking part. You can keep the cream. First you can keep the chocolate cream. Then inside this you can keep white cream. Then inside that you can keep strawberry frosting. You can repeat this process, chocolate, vanilla and strawberry flavor. Similarly, you can do for all the layers. So this is how you would need to arrange the cream. You can repeat this process after keeping the next layer, that is vanilla, and after that the strawberry layer on the top. Now after completing the frosting and arrangement of the layers in the cake, you can give a crumb coat before the main part of frosting all over the cake, and you can keep it in the fridge for half an hour. So now it's after half an hour. I've taken the cake out and then I'm giving it the main coat of frosting. You can apply cream like this using a piping bag. You can repeat this process on all sides. After that, I've also applied some cream on the top, and then you can just spread it using a palette knife or a spatula or anything that you have, and you can level it up like this. So here I've completed frosting it all over, and I've only used white cream for the entire frosting. After that, I've taken some red food color. You can also use pink food color, and I've mixed it into the white cream to give it this pink shade in the cream, and I'm just using a spatula, just spreading it on the side of the cake to give it a gradient effect. and after that you can spread it using your palette knife. And after making sure that it has that gradient effect, you can just smoothen out the cream once again. You can also apply the same technique on top of the cake. So now after giving that pink gradient all over the cake, I've just given it a small design using the palette knife on the top, and I've drawn a few roses as well. And this is how the cake looks. And for all this decoration, it's optional. You can do any decoration as per your wish. Now I've taken some ganache and filled it into a piping bag. This is to write on top of the cake. For the next decoration on the side, this is optional. I've taken this chocolate decoration. For this you can check in the chocolate decorations video. I'll give the link in the description below. You can keep this here. So just like this, I've kept everywhere on the cake, 2 on each side. It gives a unique look to the cake and it looks very beautiful. You can also do this if you like. So along with that, I've also kept one more chocolate decoration here and 2 more small rings like structure made out of melted chocolate. So this is how the cake looks, and this part has a very elegant look. So now I'm just keeping a cake topper on top of this. I'll be uploading a video soon on how to make a cake topper. So I'm just keeping it here. You can also put some sugar balls on the top or any other decorations that you like to give the cake a more elegant look. So there you go, a perfect Neapolitan cake is ready. So now let's cut it. The cake is so soft. So there you go, our perfect 3-layered Neapolitan cake is ready. Those 3 colors of cream look so good. Okay, let's taste it. So soft. It's absolutely amazing. Do give this recipe a try at your home and enjoy. It's very juicy and super soft. And make sure you refrigerate this cake at least for 1 day before you cut this. So hope you all like this video. If you did, please like, share, comment, and also if you're watching our channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.